Missouri's veterans are asking state lawmakers to stand up for them after years of inaction. Our Capitol reporter Hannah Falcon has more now about frustrated veterans over a bill that they have been hoping would pass for nearly a decade.
I mean, let's say they give us some medals. Thank you for your service. But what legitimate stuff have they done for veterans that are going to change the veterans' lives?
Marine Corps Desert Storm veteran and current VFW Department Service Officer Troy Williams sees every day the toll service had on his fellow veterans in Missouri.
And they're suffering each and every day from those disabilities that will never get better.
He wants Missouri lawmakers to put a question on the ballot that, if passed, would give 100% disabled veterans an exemption on their property taxes. It would have to go to voters because the legislation would change part of the state constitution. But the bill cannot seem to pass at the state capitol.
We're just asking the legislature to let the people decide.
Bruce Becker served 33 years, including some time in the Army Reserve. He tells me he's tired of watching other states step up for veterans, but not Missouri.
Lawmakers are always willing to, put out photos of them with veterans or they support veterans, but when it actually comes down to casting the vote or making something happen, it hasn't.
Almost all of Missouri's neighboring states offer full property tax exemptions for disabled veterans, according to Veterans United. The VFW estimates between 17,000 and 18,000 Missouri veterans would benefit if this change passed.
The state needs to step up for veterans.
This bill has been introduced for 8 years but never passed. Now the VFW is pressuring the governor to call a special legislative session to talk about veterans' tax benefits. I asked the governor's office and the leadership in the General Assembly about the bill, but never received a response. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon.